Good morning to everyone and welcome and thank you for joining us today. This is our latest webinar, which is the ultimate guide to Navitor.com. And we're so glad you're here with us this morning. This is going to be a great session and we think you're going to take a lot away from it. My name is Jill Kennedy and I'll be your host today. So I've been with Navitor for 14 years now, with the majority of that time spent working with the sales and marketing teams, developing materials and strategies to help our distributors with their sales efforts. So I'm really excited to be here with you today. This session is being recorded, and although you've been muted, we definitely want to hear from you. So please use the chat and the Q&A functions on your Zoom toolbar to pose questions and give feedback and suggestions as we go. We have Paula Brewers standing online here with us, and she'll be answering your questions. She is our expert with everything Navitor.com, and we're so glad she's here with us today. So we will also stay on for an extra 15 minutes or so after the presentation for a Q&A session. So you can save your questions for then if you'd like to. And we will be emailing you the link to this full recorded presentation later today. It's also going to be housed on Navitor.com, so you can refer to it later on. With that though, let me introduce you to our panelists. Today, I am privileged to be joined by three of our very experienced team members who will be your Navitor.com tour guides today. So first, we have David Balatite. David has been in the industry for 7 years with both print and promo experience. He is a consummate sales professional and our onboarding specialist. So thanks for joining us, David.
Thanks, Jill. Hi, everybody. Again, my name is David, and it's been a privilege to be one of the speakers in this session. I've been with the organization for 7 years now, specializing in print and promo, and I'm glad to be here. And I'll be guiding you to make your Navitor.com experience fun and easy.
Great. Thanks so much, David. And then next we have Sadie Whiting, and many of you will recognize her. She's helped us out with many of our webinars. So she's been with the organization for 18 years now, working with our labels division. And Sadie knows all things labels and is our solution superstar. Welcome, Sadie.
Thank you, Jill. Hi, everybody. It's great to be here again. And like everybody's already said, it's going to be a great session, jam-packed full of stuff. I can't help but throw a pun out here. I'm hoping you can find some tips that really stick with you on this. So as a label person, I can't help it. I have to say that. Good to be here. I'm excited.
We live for Sadie's puns. This is
I need to come up with some new ones because that one's getting old.
We'll have to think about that. Anybody have suggestions for good label puns? Put them in the chat.
There you go.
Awesome. So thanks, Sadie. And then rounding out our presenters today is Emily Brown. And Emily has been our Navitor marketing manager, and she has 9 years of experience, including in graphic design. And she is our brand champion. So hi, Emily, welcome.
Thanks, Jill. Hey, everyone. Like Jill said, my name is Emily Brown. And during my time at Navitor, I have been in various roles from design to marketing. And I've worked with a lot of art files for the marketing team, sending products to press, testing product designs, you name it. And I'm really excited to show you some of my favorite features and tips and tricks on Navitor.com coming up at the end of the workshop.
Awesome. Thanks, Emily. Yeah, I know you've got some great stuff to share. So now, why a tutorial on Navitor.com? Why now? So, we're hearing it everywhere. The supply chain disruptions, labor shortages, more and more businesses are doing more with less, and business owners need to wear multiple hats to keep their businesses thriving. The more tools you have to help you navigate through this successfully, the better. And that's where Navitor.com comes in. Think of it as your essential business assistant, one that is available 24/7, even when those really late night aha moments or oh shoot moments hit you. And I'm sure you've all had them in this recently. Navitor.com is your office assistant, your marketing assistant, and even your design assistant. And it's helping you to fill in the gaps you may be experiencing in your own business. So let's take a look at those polls. I'll share those with you, the poll results. And right now it's kind of what we had expected. You use it now to look up pricing, that type of thing. But I think you're going to really benefit from seeing some of these additional tips and tricks we're going to be showing you today. So hold on, we'll get ready to go. So with that, David, why don't you go ahead and get us started and show us how Navitor can be an essential office assistant for everyone.
Okay, thanks, Jill. So let's get started then. Let's start by logging into your account. If you aren't yet a member of Navitor.com, simply click sign up. It should be at the top right part of the website. and fill in the information, and we'll get you a temporary password that you'll be able to update later on. The login button again is located at the top of the web page, and once you click on that, the next page is where you'll enter your username and password. Username is pretty much your email address for you to easily remember. And if you don't know your password, there is a forgot password link or button per se, and you just need to enter your email address to get an email for instructions. Once logged in, as I've mentioned earlier, next page where you'll be is the My Account page. This page gives you a lot of functions, and we'll run through all of them, at least most of them. So in the account information, first up is that I'd like to discuss is manage users. This tool is pretty cool. It allows you and your employees to have individual login access to your account, and adding another user can't be easier, as you just need their full name, their email address, and their role, which is either the channel partner or channel employee. Now, the difference in both is channel employee can't create members, release orders, view invoices, and while channel partners won't have any of those restrictions. So pretty much you have all access to whatever needs to be done in in logging into your account. So going back to my account, next, right beneath manage users is custom address book. As the name suggests, it's an address book within your account to easily store your customers' contact info. And storing your customers' contact info here allows you to easily choose where you'd want to drop ship an order rather than typing their name and address every time you're doing an order for them. Imagine doing, say, 5 orders in a month for a same customer. It just saves you a whole lot of time in doing that. So more on that later on. Now, since I only have so much time with you all, I'll just run through change password, change company address, and customize my account page logo. Change password, as the name suggests, it allows you to change your password in your account. Change company address is pretty much editing the company info, like your phone number, your name, the business name, and your business and shipping address. Lastly, customize my account page logo allows you to place your business or company logo that would show at the top of your my account page, which is pretty cool. A lot of my dealers are utilizing that just so they'll see their logo on it. It's really a good function to have if you have a logo. Now, under more settings, your first option is to set what price would show when you use our online pricing calculator. Show wholesale price will be set as a default, which is, by the way, your price. Your other option is to show list price, which is our suggested retail price. And beneath prices, you'd be able to would be your auto release settings. This allows channel partners to control orders that are placed. Either you set it to automatically release to production or have it pending for approval. Good function for this is when you're waiting for payments from your customers or waiting for them to approve the proof you've created upon placing the order. One of our speaker, Emily, will discuss proofing later on. And looking at the right side would be your order notification. This function is for channel partners again, which allows you to be notified via email when an online order is placed, and also emails you a reminder to release any pending orders. Lastly, beneath order notification is market email settings. This page allows you to sign up for an exclusive email distribution that we regularly send to our partners about company news, what's new, what's hot, and a lot more. Now, going back to my account page, if you scroll a little bit above, in the order center, your first option is order history. As the name suggests, this shows you all your orders, maybe your previous ones or the current ones. This page also typically shows you the tracking numbers, the order status, and a lot more. There's also a plus button, which would give you 12 options, but you can only choose 9, as to which you'll be able to view at a glance. Typical options that my dealer is using is the essential ones like the order number, the order date, the tracking number, which is pretty useful, and what else? The ship date. At least they know when the order ships out. Now, going back to my account page again, your next option is to do a quick reorder. This option allows you to quickly do a reorder for the same product, the same specs, the same quantity, the same printing. It's pretty easy. It's just like Amazon, which I assume we are all used to, right? So next up is viewer pay invoices. This page allows you to check your previous invoices and process for those who are still pending. And let's now go to the fun part, which is our online price calculator. It's located at the right part of the website, regardless what page you're in. May it be in your My Account page, our home page, or if you're even browsing through any of our products. It's pretty easy as it gets you an instant price, and it's also an easy avenue to start placing an order. I personally use that. I typically start there. So to start, you just need to choose what kind of products you're looking for and hit go. For now, let's try business cards. A pop-out window would show, and it's pretty much just choosing the specs that you're looking for. In this example, let's try our full color business card option. Next is to choose the ink type. Let's go with raised for now, since there's not a whole lot of printer that does thermography anymore. At the same time, we'll also try to be fancy with round corners. Let's go horizontal, two-sided printing. And since we're in the talks of being fancy, why not go with the classic red solar white 110 pound? So upon selecting the quantity, the price should be listed beside it. And at the right side of the pop-out window, it would give you a summary of the specs that you chose along with the price at the bottom. Now, this part is where a lot of my dealers are taking screenshots, which they normally send out to their customer upon quoting a product, as this part shows all the necessary specs and the price in itself for an actual quote. And just a quick note here, beneath Start Your Order, the orange button, there's a quick reminder whether the price that's showing there is a wholesale price, which is the price you're getting as a dealer, or a list price, which is again our suggested retail price. Lastly, if you click the plus button right beneath that one, this is where you can get an estimated shipping fee. As a default, since you're logged into your account, it would give you an estimated shipping fee going to your address. However, you also have an option to get an estimated freight if you want to drop ship it to your customer by simply putting their zip code in. Once it loads, it should give you some options there. And the cool thing is it would give you prices on the most common shipping method, which is pretty useful if you needed to upgrade a shipping, like most cases, like if you're working on a timeline. So now that you know the cool things that you can do by logging into your account and even place an order, let me pass you over to your marketing assistant, Sadie.
Thanks, David. That was awesome. Wonderful information. Really quick, somebody did have a pun suggestion for me. I have to share with everyone. Cliff says that he's going to adhere to all of Sadie's suggestions. So
Adhere.
everybody adhere to every suggestion on this session today.
All
All right. So moving on to the marketing and sales assistant side of Navitor.com. So obviously everyone is extremely busy right now. We understand that. Sometimes you just don't have time or don't maybe even have a sales assistant. So we want to show you today some of the different, just some of them, we can only touch high level on some of the Navitor.com resources here for you. So we had started at the My Account page that David had showed us. So we're going to stay there and then go to the monthly content calendar, which you're going to see there on the right side. The reason we want to start here is because it's just really a great source for if you're short on time, but you want to be able to have a full package to share with your customers. So this, as you're seeing, as we're scrolling through here, every month it has a different theme, a new focus for you to share with different vertical clients. So looking here, like for example, on November, we're looking at nonprofit for that month. So as you look at it, you can see that we have things such as top product suggestions for that industry. There's various sales tools. There's non-branded flip books like you're seeing here. We also have a section, a link that is full of images that you can use right now that are just ready for you to just pull and use, share right with the client, put them on something that you'd like to email out to them, use them just to kind of display some of the products. So that's all under the images. And there's even templates there that are available as well. And then there's also, David had mentioned signing up for the newsletter. So the insider newsletter is what it's called. You can also view some of those from this page as well. So this is just a great way to prepare content with a very short, you don't have to, you have any resources, everything is here for you. So you can do this for things such as upcoming customer meetings. You can have this while you're talking with the customer, pull it up right in front of you and go through different options and show it to them, or just to kind of spark conversation with different ideas. It's a great way to also cross-sell. If you're not selling some of these products today, it's a wonderful place to get some ideas and tools to share those with your clients. Something that I would suggest, a tip here that you should adhere to, right, Cliff, is a simple reminder set in your calendar, like maybe your email, wherever you use your reminders, to say, hey, go check monthly content calendar on Navitor.com is a great way to do that. So let's head over now to the help and resources page. Before we jump too far in here, I do want to let you know that there is an outreach kit on this page that I wanted to just encourage you to check out. This is a tool that it's really designed to help you and your team specifically. It's not a customer facing piece, but it is so valuable. So as you look at this, when you have time to check it out, it is, like I said, on that help and resources page. This is something we put together through lots of research and surveying of both end customers and distributors, and finding out what best practices there are for social media, for emails, for blogs, for prospecting. There's even a 7 days to success prospecting checklist in here, as you see there. So it's definitely something that I would suggest checking out. Just browse through it as you have time. And I've heard of people that have been in the industry for years, the veterans in the industry have used this and just found some great refresher tips or brand new ideas from it, as well as people that are brand new into the industry. So it's really a great tool to check out. So also moving on here, let's check out an option that we have to customize catalogs and flyers. So as you see, when we're scrolling through here, there's so many different types that you can customize, are all available under this help and resource page. I'm going to, since I'm the label girl, we'll pick LabelWorks. We'll go there and see what we can find under this link. As you can see, there's lots of goodies here. We're going to go to view all and check out a little bit deeper here. So you have the option to look at the LabelWorks catalog and customize that here, as well as a whole variety of sales flyers. And they're going to range from either different market flyers or just general ideas for products that you can cross-sell or upsell to your clients. And one thing I will note, as you go into the customized feature, this is going to utilize a tool called zoomcatalog.com. It is a different platform than what we're on this webinar today. It's not this Zoom that we're using for this session. It's a different Zoom platform, Zoom Catalog, and it is a free resource. So you have to create a login, but it's completely free and it's really easy. I say this all the time. If you've ever been on a webinar, you've heard it before from me. I am not a graphic artist and I can use this tool, so you can do it too. So it's really easy to use. So this is a great tool to use to download catalogs from, download flyers directly. You can add your logo to them. You can personalize it, put even individual contact information. Like if you have a sales team, each one can brand the flyers themselves. It's just a great way to get those, and you can either print them out or email them, whatever the case is there. So check that out. Like I said, it's through Zoom Catalog, a free resource that you can just browse. And that was just a sampling of just the LabelWorks one. And there's even more outside of that for the different product lines. So lastly, I want to stop at the webinar page. So let's go back to help and resources, and then you will see webinars there. And there's a little poll that just jumped up. So check that out a second here, what marketing materials that you need. And this will help, to just kind of get a feel for what you're looking for. And you might actually find that a lot of them that you're thinking you need can be found right here on navitor.com too. So as we're on the workshop page here, this is a great resource, just like it says, for finding a wealth of information from previous workshops, all kinds of topics that we've covered. And so the recorded sessions are here. You can actually click into the webinar slides and even download the decks themselves. And so you can use that as a great reference tool. You can go back to previous sessions and look through those. And today's session will also be up there soon. So it'll be another one added to the library that you can check out at your convenience. So do we have poll results yet, Joe, we want to check out?
Yes, I posted them up.
It's all over the place.
It is.
So it looks like, let's see, we've got coming in almost for a tie. The tools people need are the brandable catalogs and sales flyers.
And all of the above.
I know, and all of the above, which is what we just went over. So all of these things are available through navitor.com. So whichever one you clicked, you're going to have great options to look through on navitor.com. So
awesome.
All right. Well, I could talk sales tools all day. So I got to stop myself here because we've got some great design stuff to show you. So I'm going to hand this over to Emily. She's just got a whole nother great section to share.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Sadie. All right. So now that we went over account management, marketing tools, it's time to get some orders in and get those sales. So David showed you the online price calculator. I'm going to show you another route going through our product pages and some of the benefits that come with going onto our product pages. So if you go into the top navigation products, we are going to be ordering a sales sheet today. So I'm going to go down to sales sheets and go to full color sales sheets. And I'm just going to click on that. And it's going to bring us to our sales sheet product page. So it gives us an image, a quick description, some features of the product, as well as an overview of the stocks. And if you scroll down here, similar to the online price calculator, you get specs for the product, and you're actually able to see what they look like as they change in size, change from vertical to horizontal, and change from one-sided to two-sided. And then the other really important thing on this page is that you're able to download the template for that exact product. So I'm going to pop that up here and show you what that looks like. So we have these templates. You are able to see all of the specs for that product that are really important for sending this product to press. And since Navitor.com is a web to press online ordering tool, this is a really important part. So knowing that this is the exact size of your sales sheet, this is your bleed margin, your text margin, your cut line, and then it gives a short description of all of these things. And this is completely non-branded. So it's really easy to share with your customers if you wanted them to be designing to be able to order on Navitor.com right away. So let's head in and start designing the product. So now this also brings us out to the online price calculator. It fills out all of that pre-filled information, and then it gives us some suggestions on stock and quantity. And we'll just start our order from there. So this is now going to bring us into the Navitor.com studio. I preloaded some artwork in here that we're going to be putting in, but if you wanted to upload new artwork, you just simply click upload artwork, browse, and upload. And I'm going to bring in our page number 1, and I'm just going to click on that, and it's going to bring it right into the studio. Done. Super easy. You're able to see right here, if you hover over these features, the bleed allowance, the finished size, and the text margin, just like you saw in the template that you would have downloaded and designed to. So that makes it really easy to see that your artwork is ready for press. So all of my text is within the text margin. I have bleeds on this artwork, so when it trims, it's going to trim beautifully. Pretty much it's ready to go. You can zoom in, you can zoom out. If your artwork, if you moved it a little, I always click center artwork. It's just a really great feature to keep it easy. We will go and it will bring us to the back side since we did a two-sided sales sheet. And then again, we are just going to click that artwork, and it brings it right in. Click center just for peace of mind. If for some reason that wasn't the artwork you wanted to do, you just remove it. So everything in here is really simple and easy to use, ready to go right to press. But let's say we wanted to add something to this. This is an unbranded piece. Maybe we want to put our logo on that. So I'm going to click the advanced toolbar, and that is going to bring us into another area where we're able to add some things to our artwork. So here in the advanced toolbar, we can add text. So if we wanted to add our sales contact information, phone number, email, that's a really great resource here. We can add custom artwork. So that's where I'll be doing. We'll upload some artwork, some logo. You could also add shapes or symbols, anything of that nature. So I'm going to show you how to upload your logo. So we're going to click this, and we're going to browse, and we're going to find our logo, which I've got it all queued up, ready to go. And I'm going to bring that in, and it's going to preview right here. After I click upload, it's going to preview right here. And then we're going to scroll down just a little bit. So there it is. And we're going to click OK. And that is going to bring our logo in, and it brings it into the top corner. It's probably a little big for this. So I'm going to resize it. So what I do when I'm resizing anything to keep the proportions is I click the shift button, and then I just grab that corner and I pull it down, and I just resize it to what looks good. And now we have a branded piece that's ready to go to press. And that's super quick and easy. I'm going to click next, and it's going to give us a preview screen. It's going to show us what both of our artworks look like for us to approve. And then we're also going to be able to send it for approval to a customer. So we can view the proof. I have it queued up here. It looks like this. It's got the word proof on it so that your customer knows that this is something that they're approving. And you can email it to them directly. So it just makes it really easy. You're able to do that all in one location, and then you would just accept and approve your artwork, and away you go. So that is a little bit in the design studio. So now I'm going to go over, you might have noticed in David's talk, we designed the business card features. We went out and had all of those pieces, but there was a little category, a little button at the bottom that we didn't go over. And it's really important and really a cool feature. It's called our multi-designs. And multi-designs, so the one that I'm going to be going over today is a realty firm, and they're going to be ordering business cards for each of their realtors. I have 3 of them. And so we could simply go in and order them one by one, how we did our sales sheets, or we could use this multi-design feature and do it all in one swoop. So imagine that you're ordering for 10 people or 20 different people, 30 different people. You can order up to 30 different designs in one motion with this tool. So we're going to be ordering 3, but you simply click yes, and you put in the number, and you're going to watch the price here. So I'm going to put in 3. So ours is set for 100. So this is 100 quantity for 3 different designs. So that is your pricing for 3 different people of 100 cards each. And we're just going to click start order. And this is going to bring us into our multi-design studio, which is a little bit different than our other studio. And I already have my artwork already right here. So it's got all 3 studios for all 3 cards that I'm going to be ordering. And I'm just going to simply drag and drop them in. And this is where you really want to make sure that your cards are set up with their bleeds, with their proper specs, because this studio is just ready to go right to press. So you can see I've got my bleeds on there. Everything was set up correctly beforehand. And then you have that feature right here, view proof, email PDF proof right in this feature. You click accept, and you have 3 cards ready in your cart to order and send to your customers. So just a really quick and easy feature. So imagine this for business cards. We also have it for name badges. It's another really big product that this would work really well on.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great, Emily. That's one of my favorite features there. It's one that I hadn't looked into that much either. So it was really cool to see how easy it is to pop all those multiple files in there. I really love that function. So thanks for walking us through that. So remember, this webinar is recorded, so you are going to be able to refer back to it on Navitor.com. Sadie showed us, where we can find those types of things, and you can access it at any time if you need to for a refresher. So, we are pretty much at our time today. It's been a packed 30 minutes. We appreciate you being here. We'll stay on for about another 15 minutes or so to answer any questions you may have. And for those of you that need to go, thank you so much for joining us. Remember to follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn. If you aren't already, sign up for our emails. David showed you how. Then you can keep updated on the latest that Navitor has to offer, including dates for future webinars. Please fill out the survey on your way out to let us know what you'd like to see as topics. And in the spirit of Thanksgiving, which is just around the corner, I want to wish you a very happy, healthy, and relaxing Thanksgiving, surrounded by your loved ones. We at Navitor are so grateful for you and your partnership, and we look forward to continuing to serve you in 2022 and beyond. We will be taking a little bit of a holiday break, and we'll be back in January when we'll be talking about the trends that we are expecting for 2022. It should be a lot of fun. It'll be a good one, and you don't want to miss it. So let's go ahead then. I'm going to pop up a poll here quick, just to get some a view from each of you of what types of additional design services you might be interested in receiving if we offered them. So go ahead and answer that as you can, and we'll keep that for our information and use it going forward. But if we have, let's see, some questions. I want to just start with, there's one about, can anyone order on this website? Is it available to everyone? And I'll just say that no. Only Navitor.com members are able to order off of Navitor.com. This is not open to end users, only to our distributors. So we just want to be sure you're all aware of that. There is, when you go to sign up for a membership with Navitor.com, we will do a little bit of a screening to make sure that you are a reseller and get you set up. And that's how we work. So always to the reseller or to the resellers. So one other thing is, do you have shipping cutoff times posted on your site? Emily, can you show us that maybe where the shipping times might be posted?
Yeah. I will hop out of there and we can go to shipping times. So right on the homepage of navitor.com is the easiest way to get here. So if you scroll to the bottom, there is a little block down here called production and shipping. So it's got a nice shipping icon there to cue you in. And there's a link right in here to bring you to shipping and cutoff times so that you can see what 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day shipping looks like, and the timing cutoffs of 1 p.m. CST and 12 p.m. CST. And then same down here, there are a couple more options for when your product is shipping.
Awesome, thanks. We did get a question from Molly. Is there an area where you can come back to approve? Whenever I order, I have to wait up to a few days before I get approval from my client. By then my order appears to clear out and I have to resubmit and design. And I don't know, Emily, if you can answer that question, but I think, or Paula, if you want to even hop on and answer that, but I believe that's kind of where that release order can come in. You can have it saved in your cart for release orders. And then you could come back to it once you get the proof approval. I don't know, Paula, do you want to, I mean, if you're able to, do you want to add anything else to that as far as coming back for proof?
Certainly. So once you're in the cart, there's the option to have, there's a button called Save Cart. And that lets you save that cart, and then you can go back to it whenever your customer approves it and actually submit that order. In the chat, I actually just kind of walk through the information that under Help and Resources, there's a tutorial and quick guides, and there's a PDF on Save Carts and how to access that and how to go back and approve it once you're ready to submit that order.
Awesome. And we'll be sending some of these links along with our of these tutorials and guides and so on when we send out our follow-up with the webinar recording link as well. So you'll have access to all of that. So that's good to know.
Yeah, so I just showed you guys how to save it. I just saved our multi-design order that was in my cart. Do we know how long does the saved cart stay? Is it unlimited time, Paula? Do you know?
I'm actually getting that answer right now. I don't know off that one off the top of my head.
Perfect.
We'll get that answer to you.
It's actually unlimited.
unlimited.
So
it stays there forever until you delete it.
Perfect. And then you can reference your saved carts from your cart dropdown. You can see that link right here. So, and then it's searchable. So if you have a lot of them, that is a really helpful feature as well.
One thing to note, and I don't know if this account has it, but when you log in, this save cart has the created by over on the right-hand side. It'll default to you. But if you have multiple salespeople, Emily, if you navigate to that drop-down box under created by, if there's multiple people under the account, it'll show all users. So you can click all users, so that'll show all save carts for everyone that's placed a save cart under this account number. Or if there's a specific sales rep you want to look at, you can specifically look at that person's orders as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that's kind of what David had gone over. So if you have multiple people on your account, and that's really helpful. So you don't have to have multiple Navitor.com accounts for one company.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
All right. We have one. When I order a spot color product, how can I see what your standard inks are? Is there a place where that's housed? And Emily is our go-to navigator here.
So if we're in Help and Resources, we have printing options, and I'm just going to take you guys out to ink colors. So it's really easy. It's right at the top of that navigation. And this is a really great visual area for our ink colors and our foil colors and standard ink colors for folders. So just a note on these is this is showing all of our options, but not all of our options are available on every product. So this is a really great reference, but you're going to want to reference when you're in the design studio or when you're going through ordering your product for what colors are available. But this is a great resource to see what they'll look like. And then you could also get their PMS approximations, which are close PMS equivalents, but it's never going to be exactly, the spot color, but it'll be pretty dang close.
Awesome. We did have a question from Aaron. He's wondering if we can tell him how he can offer a customer-facing portal where his customers can go and make their own orders. And Paul, I'm assuming that we can probably get in touch with him afterwards and let him know the various options that we have.
Yep, we can certainly do that. We do have, again, various options for customer facing websites. So we'll get you connected and get more information to you.
Awesome. Thank you. So another question, how do I request a hard copy catalog or a sample pack?
Perfect. So again, that's going to be in sales, request sales materials. And that's in our help and resources section. So if we just click on that, this is a locked area. So you do need to be logged into navitor.com to get this feature because it gives you access to a lot of our free materials that we don't want just anyone to come and be able to utilize. So we'll scroll through here and you can see we've got sample kits, we've got our catalogs. And just a note, you can click up here to bring you right down to the order form, and which is at the bottom of this page. But as long as you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can get to this order page and request your quantities, and then it'll tell you what's available for free, how many you have access to. And then you would just fill in your information and submit that order, and then we would send those materials out to you. So
yeah, and we have some of our great vertical market kits in there as well. That are, Emily will show you some of those images. Those are actual sample kits that you can request that are vertical specific. And then we also have our new print highlights kit, which is just an overview of general products, a great kind of generic sort of kit that we offer too, and then as well as the catalogs. So
yeah, and then these are they're created with a faux brand, so they are not branded materials. They're not customizable, so they are pre-printed. They're ready to be sent out and shipped to customers, but they are unbranded except for the outer folder. So all of the products within are shareable with your customers. That's what they're there for.
mm-hmm.
As far as a shipping charge, Paula, do you know off the top of your head if we charge shipping on these or if it is completely free?
It's free.
It's completely free. So no shipping charge. You would just fill out what you need to help you sell some of these products.
Awesome.
A really great resource.
Yes, absolutely. I see. Thank you, Hiba, for hopping on to our chat. Hiba handles a lot of those customer facing websites that we offer. So she's going to be getting in touch with those of you that are interested in that as well. So thank you, Hiba. I just wanted to throw that out there. Let's see, is there a uniform space available on the catalogs for us to place a label? And I think that kind of goes back to the Zoom catalog, maybe, Emily, huh? Are you thinking of the printed catalog you want to place your label to?
Yeah,
maybe.
If we have our printed catalog, I know the LabelWorks catalog is a really easily, they actually place a label over their
way to go, Sadie.
printer. Yep. You can peel off the LabelWorks logo there, and then their catalog is completely unbranded, ready to share with customers. The Navitor catalog, the large catalog, we call it lightly branded. There is our logo on the back of the catalog, so it might be a good area to cover up with the logo. But every one is a little bit different on the catalog. But if we were going in, I can show you again in that Zoom catalog, which is in our resources and under the e-catalog section, customize our catalogs. That's a great area to have a completely branded piece on the cover. So the covers on these customizable versions are completely unbranded. All of the pages within have no branding. So you're able to directly share a link of that with your customer after you brand the cover. And you could do a fully branded cover, or you could just add your logo. So we leave the space open for both options.
Mm-hmm. I think we're finding too that a lot of folks are doing more electronic as opposed to the hard cover. You know, some people are concerned about the environment and they don't want to have all the paper, but you know, so using a lot of electronics catalogs is a good way to go as well. And Sadie, I bet you have a suggestion for a type of label that can be used to cover up a logo, right?
Yep, exactly. You just tell us it's for a cover up and we'll get you covered.
More funds.
Yeah. Yeah, that's easy one to do for sure. Get it personalized real quick for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So let me just take a look here. Someone had a question about, you know, we talked a little bit about the default pricing that David, that you showed us, how it is set to wholesale for default, but you can switch it to retail. And David, maybe you want to share that example one more time of doing a copy and paste, of maybe you choosing retail for that scenario.
Sure. So as what I discussed earlier, as a default, it should show your wholesale prices, unless, of course, if you chose to show the list prices. Now, you can choose the list prices and go to the online pricing calculator, as it would show the list or the retail price already. And if you're not quite sure, there is, I'd say, a little note at the bottom part, what kind of price it shows there, if it's a wholesale price or if it's a retail price or a list price.
So yeah, and if it's list price, you can just copy and paste that, send it to your customer if that's and you can also choose. I mean, once you copy and paste it, you can even change that retail pricing. You can choose whatever margin you want. You don't have to go with Navitor suggested list prices, of course. If you want to, you know, increase your margin and go a little bit higher, you're absolutely, you know, gives you the option to do that, you know, once you copy and paste that. So
that's true. One thing I always tell my dealers or my partners is that if you see price is a bit higher than usual, most likely you're seeing a list price.
Yep.
Just one thing to double check.
Just double check that little note at the bottom, so you're sure you're looking at the correct pricing.
Yeah. And with the online price calculator, it just makes it so easy to switch back and forth. So I would just say, okay, I've got my list price for these specs. I want to see what the wholesale price is. You click that on, you go right back to it, fill in the same information. I mean, you can do this in a matter of, you know, quick seconds here and just see right away, okay, there's my wholesale price. So really quick and easy to do that.
Awesome. I was just scanning through the questions here a little bit to see if I'm missing anything. If I am, somebody can shout out. Otherwise, I don't know. I'd like to hear from you all. What did you learn today? You know, pop in the chat. You know, what was one thing you learned today that you didn't know before? That would be interesting to see. And from each of you, Sadie and Emily and David, I don't know, what was your favorite thing? I could start. I like the you know, the multi-design tool. That was awesome for me to view. How about you, Sadie?
It's hard to pick one, but I would say from all the info like that David shared, probably one of my favorites is how you can add the different users. So I think a lot of people probably didn't realize that part of it. And then from what I talked about, I really like the content calendar. I just think monthly kits available, ready to go and use is wonderful. And then from what Emily mentioned, I love the multi-design too. That's something that I didn't even know that we had out there right now. So yeah. I think it's wonderful. It's great.
Yeah. That was more than one, but good.
I know. I couldn't pick one. It's like asking me what my favorite Thanksgiving food is. Can't do it.
Well, it's stuffing.
Dressing, stuffing, whatever it is.
How about you, Emily? What's your favorite?
You know, of course I love design, but I'll stick with something that maybe I didn't know, which was the address book. That is just a fantastic resource. If you think about, I'm doing holiday cards right now, and just having all of your addresses for different things all at your fingertips to be able to drop ship to customers, it just is a really great resource.
How about you, David?
I like that part too.
Yeah.
Same thing with Sadie. Adding another user or an employee or another login easily, that can be done, because my team is the one handling the request per se. So a lot of, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but at least half of the requests that my team has been getting is pretty much just adding another user on existing accounts, in which it's pretty simple thing to do, and it's easily something that anyone can do. in which I taught you earlier. It's just a matter of putting the full name, the email address, and choosing what their role is.
Mhm.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. And there was one other question. Angela had a question about drop ship and additional charges for drop ship. And we do have a nominal fee for drop shipping to your customers. I think that's pretty standard. So there is a nominal fee for that. And I don't know, Paula, maybe you know offhand what it is, but I guess, or maybe Sadie you do, but otherwise we can get back to you with what that is. But there is a nominal fee for drop shipping. So I wanted to make sure I covered that question. But with that, I think that's everything. If I missed anything, Paula or somebody go ahead and shout out. But again, thank you so much. I think this was great to go through some of this. I know I learned some things that are new, some things that I knew about but didn't quite know how they worked. So I really appreciate you, Sadie and Emily and David, for walking us through and doing this demonstration. It was so valuable. We really appreciate it. And I want to thank you all for joining us again and again. A very happy Thanksgiving to you all. I hope it's safe and happy and restful and everything you want it to be, and lots of dressing or stuffing, whichever you choose, right? Awesome. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day. We'll see you
Thanks,
next time.
everybody.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.